Sometimes platforms forget that there are real people behind a screen. They see only rules, algorithms, automatic notifications. They don't see the human value. They don't see what it means to find a corner of peace in a simple animated video, perhaps with a white dog telling kind stories. They don't understand what it means to feel less alone thanks to someone who creates with love. They don't understand how much good a small, fragile piece of content, yet full of heart, can do. For them, it's just a file, a number, an entry in a database. For us, however, it's a moment of respite, a refuge, an invisible caress that arrives just when we need it most. We live in a digital world where everything is fast, everything is judged, everything can disappear in an instant. And often, a single copyright, an automatic complaint, a cold, impersonal notice is enough to erase something that held enormous value for us. A damned copyright that doesn't look at beauty, doesn't look at intention, doesn't look at the heart. It simply erases. And we're left here, picking up the pieces of something that will never return. And yet, precisely those delicate contents, those that speak of humility, kindness, and values, are what hold us together when everything else makes noise. They are small spaces of light that remind us that something good still exists, something that doesn't shout, doesn't demand, doesn't hurt. And when these spaces are erased, when a channel that taught respect and kindness disappears while empty, noisy, or superficial content remains, then something inside us breaks. Because it's not just a video that disappears. It's a part of our daily lives, a piece of serenity that came to us without asking for anything in return. Perhaps we should remember this more often. We need more heart and fewer rules. More humanity and less automatism. More respect for what does good, even if it doesn't add up. More protection for the fragile, because often it's precisely the fragile that saves us in the most difficult days. The platforms may not understand this, but we do. We know that not everything of value is measured by an algorithm. That not everything important appears in trends. That sometimes a simple cartoon white dog can teach more than 1,000 screaming videos. So I say it sincerely, let's not let kindness be crushed by noise. Let's not let the small be treated as if it were useless. Because often, it's the little things that make the biggest difference. And there's something else we mustn't forget. Kindness is not weakness. Delicacy is not fragility. Sensitivity is not a flaw to be hidden. In a world that rushes by, those who stop to listen are giants. In a world that screams, those who speak softly are beacons. In a world that erases what it doesn't understand, those who protect what is good become silent guardians. Platforms can remove a video, a channel, an animated character. They can turn off a light on the screen. But they cannot extinguish what that light ignited within us. They cannot erase what taught us to be more humble. They cannot remove what made us feel less alone. They cannot eliminate what reminded us that there is still a kind way to be in the world. The truth is simple, kindness doesn't live in algorithms. It lives in people. It lives in those who look, in those who listen, in those who feel. It lives in those with a big heart, even when it hurts. And as long as there's even one person willing to protect what's good, as long as there's someone who chooses respect over noise, as long as there's someone who still believes in kindness, then no algorithm will ever truly win. Because ultimately, in this world that's moving too fast, the most revolutionary thing we can do is stay human.